All right, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by saying all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the name of who the world calls God, and Yahweh Shai being the proper name in the Hebrew, as well as the name of Yahweh, which is the proper name in the Hebrew. The proper name in the Hebrew for who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ is Yahweh Shai. This is a video for the hopeful elect, man, brothers doing this work, because it's coming down to the time where there's gonna be little to pull in, man. Right now we're fishing, man, but at a certain point, sun starts going down, you're not gonna be picking up as many fish, because you're gonna go into hibernation, man. So it's dwindling down. The Lord's sealing elect right now, but this is a lesson for the hopeful elect, and for the children of Israel, will consist of the so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Those are the true Israelites, the true biblical Israelites according to the scriptures. It's not those Khazars over there in Israel today. The so-called Jews. I also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone for ruling well and teaching brothers how to do this and showing by example. Peace and mercy to the hopeful elect. Brothers doing this word in true sincerity and not changing the doctrine and keeping this thing pure, man. But I wanted to get into the lesson today. I was watching one of Apostle Tahar's videos. It was the one that it says this thing is not for your entertainment. But he pulled out a scripture and I read down a little further into it, and the Spirit hit me to get on this, man. And this is getting on myself as well, man. I'm gonna title this video "Spiritual Consistency can save or condemn you, man." What I mean by that is, this thing is about consistently feeding a flock, consistently, abiding in the truth, in the true knowledge, not changing it up and keeping this thing pure for what it is. And, it's either you're doing the work and being sincere and keeping this thing pure and bringing it out the right way and, striving for the truth, or you're in the world doing a bunch of BS that does nothing for the Spirit, nothing for the elect. And quite frankly, everything in the world is against the Most High. So I wanted to do this lesson, man, and Lord willing, it's edifying and puts a little fire under brothers' asses and gets brothers' minds going on whether or not, it makes brothers examine themselves, as the scriptures say. But I'm gonna start off by getting into that word consistency. It says consistency. This is just the dictionary definition of it. It says, I just typed it in on Google. It says conformity. It says conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, accuracy, and fairness. So that's what it is. It says some of the synonyms: uniformity, consistency, regularity, evenness, steadiness, stability, equilibrium. So that's what this thing is. It says dependability, reliability. So that's what this thing is supposed to be, man. The Lord gave you this word. He gave you this knowledge. And you got to be consistent in how you bring it out. You got to be consistent in the true understanding. You got to be consistent in the doctrine. You got to be reliable. The Lord gave you a precious thing, and you got to be reliable and stable and steady in this thing. You got to be, like the synonym says, uniformity, consistency, regularity, evenness, stability, equilibrium, dependability, reliability. You got to be dependable in this thing, man. There are people out there that Like the brother Harmawan says, the head of my camp, he always says, we got to put these videos up. There's brothers out there that are watching us. There's brothers out like, bro. When I came in this, man, I had my favorite camp. That was my go-to camp. There's brothers out there like that right now. You could be that go-to channel that they go to for their information, man. You got to stay consistent for this thing. It says definition 2 on the dictionary. It says the way in which a substance, typically a liquid, holds together thickness or viscosity. And is this truth not compared to a liquid? It's compared to waters. It's compared to waters, man. It says synonyms: thickness, density, viscosity, heaviness. This truth is heavy, man. I'm gonna get the etymology on this. It says it's the etymology of the word. It says 1590s firmness of matter, from medieval Latin consistentia, or directly from Latin consistentium, from consistere, cease consist, meaning state of being in agreement or harmony. So that's what this is, man. You gotta be harmonious with the truth, man. You gotta be on that righteous vibration with this thing, man. You gotta always stay in a firm spirit of this thing, man. It says meaning. It says self-consistent. I'm gonna jump down. It says this is the word consistent. The first one was consistency. This is consistent. And this is the etymology on it. It says standing firm. Standing still. It says minor sense agreeing. You have to agree with this truth, man. You got to agree with this truth, because if you're not agreeing with the truth, you're out of whack in the first place, man. So that's what this thing is about. It's about consistently being in the spirit and consistently abounding in the work. I'll get that scripture too, since I quoted it. And this goes right into it, man. This is 1 Corinthians 15 and 58. It says, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Yahweh, for as much as ye know that ye are the laborers, for as much as ye know that your labor is not in vain in Yahweh, man. You got to stay consistent in this thing, man. And it's all about the elect, man. You have to stay consistent for the elect. When Yahushua was on the scene and he was talking to Peter, he said, feed my sheep. If I'm getting the apostle right there, he was saying to, he said, feed my sheep. Feed my sheep. Feed my sheep. If you got a flock of sheep, man, and there's all these wolves that want these sheep, which we're in that time, and we're around a bunch of wolves, people that twist the doctrine, make it out to be something else, mislead people this way, mislead people that way, people denying that the mark of the beast is the RFID chip. If you're not consistently feeding the sheep, you're not tending to the sheep, you're not watching over the sheep, you're not defending the gospel to keep the sheep firm in it, you walk away from that pasture, from that sheep, for that flock, those wolves are going to easily creep in and take your master's livestock, your master's precious stock, man. So we got to stay consistent in this thing. And just like the scripture said in 1 Corinthians 15 and 58, it links up to the definition of consistency. It says, therefore, my brethren, therefore, my beloved brethren, be ye steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work. And the consistency definition, it says conformity in the application of something, typically that which is necessary for the sake of logic, consistency, or firmness, or fairness. It says uniformity, consistency, regularity, evenness, steadiness, stability, dependability, reliability. That's what this thing is about, man. We have to always abound in this thing, man. We have to always stay on the grind, man. Just like the Apostle Gabar had that lesson of how the millstone is. It's always grinding. We got to always stay grinding in this thing, man. But I'm going to get another precept. This is I'm going to get Revelations. This is Revelations. This is going on the topic a little more. This is when I said consistent. You got to be spiritually consistent in this thing, because spiritual consistency is going to lead to your salvation or destruction, man. There's going to be those that continue in wickedness, and there's going to be those that continue in righteousness. And that righteousness, like it says in I believe it's in the book of Proverbs, righteousness delivered from death. It says this is Revelations 22:11. He that is unjust, let him be unjust still, and he which is filthy, let him be filthy still, and he that is righteous, let him be righteous still, and he that is holy, let him be holy still. So that's what this thing is about, man, because we're in those times right now where the Lord's gonna make a serious division, division, which is going to be plain. There's going to be no more who was doing this the right way, who was doing this the wrong way. It's going to be these men were doing it right, and these men were doing it wrong. It's going to be made plain. It says, behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give to every man according to his works. It says, verse 12, Salak. It says, Revelation 22:12. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me to give every man according as his work shall be. So this thing is gearing up. You see big prophecies coming. The Lord's coming quickly. The Lord is coming quickly, man. With the Lord coming quickly, it's showing that we're in the time of the 10 virgins, man. So I'm gonna bring that scripture out real quick. I'm gonna breeze through it. It says, then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. The 5 of them were wise and 5 were foolish, and they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, and that oil is the understanding. Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, but the wise took oil.